Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading, and today is January 26, 2024, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, we got Netflix, which gaps up and goes higher. But first, looking at today's major economic events. So at 3:30 South African time out of the United States, we have a PCE Price Index number coming out of the United States. Now looking at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the Euro, after coming out with its rate decision yesterday, trickles lower. And as we look at the indices, the Dow Jones pretty much unchanged, while the NASDAQ actually selling lower. Now looking at commodities, gold unchanged, while oil, as called it yesterday in the Daily Review, breaks out higher. Now looking at the stocks, this time it's not just Netflix that break out higher, but also CISCO and the chipmakers that were making new highs actually retreating. Lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin remains unchanged. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go, first with the Euro USD. Now it trickled lower, and this is why I say trickled, because it went about 30 to 40 pips really lower than what it was yesterday. Not a big deal. Like I said, it was going to be a non-event, and sure enough, it's not an event. What is interesting is that we're breaking the 200-day moving average on a daily chart. Now, on a weekly chart, we're right below our 30-day moving average, and if we get that crossover with the red line over the blue line, which means it's the 8-day over the 30-day moving average, that'll mean that we're aggressively selling off, and we may see a sell-off back to this 105-ish level. Now, that has not proved yet, but keep that in mind as this is still retracing. Now, looking at the commodities, gold remained unchanged, 2022, so really for the week, really no activity there. Now, crude oil. This is what we called yesterday, okay? $75 was hanging on, and it was just right there at $74.90, and boom, pops out to 76, 78-ish level, even hitting $77 a barrel. Now, well, that was $1.30, but a decent move for a nice breakout, okay? Now, it does look like it's retreating here after hitting that 200-day moving average on a daily. So, our support level, 75.90, what was previous resistance, is now support. So, keep that in mind as this may still retrace. Now, looking at the U.S. markets, Dow Jones, unabashedly unchanged, okay? It's still holding on to its highs and not really retreating, over just 80 to 90 points off of its all-time highs. However, looking at the NASDAQ, we took a little bit of a shift here where we sold off. Now, this is really due to the major players selling off, almost all of them. But we're calling it a retreat or a retracement more than anything else. I mean, if we look at the majors, Facebook retreated just a bit the day before. Microsoft retreating, but then coming back at 403. Okay, so it's still alive. So the market still may push higher. Now, looking at the chip makers, before we look at Cisco, AMD retracing, okay, after hitting that 184 high. NVIDIA also retracing after hitting that 626 over $10. However, looking at Cisco, doing the other thing, okay, breaking out here. Now, it's on our 30-day moving average on a weekly, and this is really important because if it does break up higher, and the same holds true here, if the red line crosses over the blue line, that's an aggressive move to the upside, and Cisco will see a breakout. Now, Cisco is a major bellwether and really an important company, so you do want to keep an eye on this as well. Now, lastly, looking at Netflix, look at this, 561. We had a huge gap up and then go. Now, what is interesting about this, if we look at a weekly chart, is that, look at this, we are on multi-time frame resistance at 561. That's super important. So keep that in mind. If we don't break out higher, we may see a retracement at this level. But look at this activity. And this is why I say again, keep on trading the U.S. markets because that's where the volatility is. Going 30 pips on the euro and trading Netflix that is going over $60 to $100, you want to be a Netflix. This is Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.